Sahih Bukhari 608.
Yeah.
608. Call to Adhan. Now let's see. حدثنا عبد الله بن يوسف. Now write with me those names, okay? Abdullah ibn Yusuf. And by the way, the hadith is there is nothing that says that it's da'if.
So what does it say?
There's nothing that says it's da'if. It's a sahih narration.
But who narrated that?
The one who narrated it is حدثنا Abdullah ibn Yusuf.
Okay.
أخبرنا مالك.
So you look at how strong his. So how Sahih al-Bukhari works is you look at how strong it is. You have to look back at how strong the person who said it, and then
you know why it's called Sahih al-Bukhari, brother? It's because the Mashayikh has already done that for you. You don't know who these people are. The Sheikhs know.
Right. So carry on with it. So you read the first line and then carry on.
حدثنا, it was told to us by Abdullah ibn Yusuf.
Yeah.
أخبرنا, that he said that Malik has told us عن أبي الزناد عن الأعرج عن أبي هريرة that the messenger of Allah said.
So you see how far it goes back. It didn't come directly from the source. So it
brother,
goes back.
How
he work? That's how Sahih al-Bukhari is.
Explain to me. What do you mean by that? Do you see how far it goes and you know, like explain that to me, please.
So you see, he said it, but he said Abu Hurairah said it, he said someone else said it, and then he said someone else said it.
This is what a chain of narrators is, brother. Huh? Do you know that the Quran has the same chain of narrators?
But the Quran's, so you're trying to say the Quran's not authentic?
You don't.
No, but
this is what the science of man. Look, let me teach you something about your religion. Look, so that you can go investigate it. Yes, because in the narrations are called narrations because they are narrated by other people. You understand? Oh. So where they got their information, where they got the hadith from, is okay. So and so said. Okay, so Bukhari was living a couple of hundred, like what was it? About 100, 200 years, 300 years after the Prophet. So when people are actually like dead, there were most people who were at that time of the Prophet were dead, and now people are talking about the narrations between each other. So they're you know, the grandson of so and so got big, right? You know, like grew up, and he heard his father says, you know, so his father was one of the Sahaba, or grandfather was one of the Sahaba, you know, and his grandfather was teaching him what he learned from the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So that's the Sahih Bukhari. What Bukhari did, brother, he started walking around. Watch. He started walking around in the towns, and he says, okay, do you have a narration? They say, yes, I have a narration. He writes down who said it, and they ask, who told you? He would say, that so-and-so told me. So then he would go to that so-and-so, walk to his house. He would go ask him, who told you? They would go like, okay, so he would, in this case, he would have first started by hearing it from Abdullah ibn Yusuf. Then he asked him, okay, who told you that? Then Abdullah ibn Yusuf would tell him, like, look, Malik so-and-so over there, he's living there, told me. And then and Ubay al-Zannad, so he would go to that guy, knock on his door. He's like, who told you? He'll tell him it an al-A'raj. He will go knock on that guy, and he'll go like, yeah, who told you? He's like, an Abi Hurairah. You understand? Or like, oh yeah, my grandfather from Abu Hurairah. Something like that.
So exactly. So you need to, when it comes to Sahih al-Bukhari as well, and this is how we get taught. So when it goes to Sahih al-Bukhari, you have to look at who said it, where it come from. You have to look at the origins.
Okay, what's your problem with the Abdullah ibn Yusuf? What's your problem with him?
There's no issue with any of the Sahabas. We don't have any problems with it.
Okay, so then what's the problem? Like, I don't understand. This Sahih narration is a Sahih narration. What am I supposed to say to you?
From what you said before, I understand you have a problem with Hazrat Abu Bakr Siddiq. You have a problem with Hazrat Umar.
I have many problems with them because, according to you guys, if I believe the authenticity of these of the Sahih Bukhari and Sahih Muslim, you know what, you run into a problem, brother? Look, you run into a problem. How do I know a narration is Sahih or not?
Right. So if you have a problem with them, this is my only thing, yeah? the people who were in the battle, yeah, there's a certain battle that took place, and Allah says all them in the Quran. He says the people in that battle are Jannati. Yeah, the people who fought in that certain battle. Yeah, so in that battle, whoever fought in that battle and took place in that battle are Jannati. So they are obviously in the Quran is authentic. So
Brother,
if Allah's written that in the Quran,
the names of the people are authentic, not the Quran. How do you know that the names of
Allah
people are
said, if Allah said that in the Quran, yeah, then obviously they're better. They're a better person than any of us are, and we believe
Habibi,
all of them Sahabis are better than us because they're 100% Jannati guaranteed.
brother, am I talking Hebrew here for you? No, bro, I'm not talking Hebrew. Am I talking Chinese? I'm not talking Chinese. I'm asking a simple question. You say the narrations about how I asked you a very simple question. This narration has nothing wrong with it. All these people, the Sahaba have like said, okay, they're good, they're okay. These names have been investigated in Sahih Bukhari and in Sahih Muslim. All the names of all the narrators have been investigated. You can check their names out. There is an entire book called Rijal, the men inside of the Bukhari and Muslim. So you can literally get that book, take it out, open it, and you can go to each name of these guys who are mentioned in these narrations, and you will find them to be authenticated by the
comments here. It's like the Buddha said in the comments there.
You brought a very nice narration from the Jama'ah. Allah's Messenger says, when the adhan, brother, allow me please, when the adhan is pronounced, Satan takes to his heels and passes wind with noise during his flight in order not to hear the adhan. So, yani, guys, imagine the Middle East, right? Satan is having like I don't know what's going on here. It's an authentic narration according to the Sunnis. Whether they're like, I'm sorry, but it's authentic. What can I say to you?
Biggest sect
so Satan is like,
the biggest sect of Islam.
Every time the Muslims say Allah